Oh, right. It is May 7th, and I was looking at stuff trying to come up with something cool about May because now we're in the first full week of the month, and, there was V-Day where the fucking Nazis surrendered, and that's fucking awesome because fuck Nazis forever. There was the Golden Spike. We completed the Transcontinental Railroad for the first time coming up here in this month, so that's kind of cool. You could ride the train all the way from East Coast to West Coast. How's that? And it is Pacific Islander Awareness Month, so there's that. That's something cool, too. But otherwise, May's kind of boring, something like that. Well, I've got streams to tell you about that are not boring, so let's safely go. Let's go! Yes, welcome to another episode of Every Show Joe Says Safely Go, where I still tell you about awesome live streams from musicians and artists around the globe, while also just advising, be safe out there. I know there's live shows starting to happen over like at Yucca Tap Room, Last Exit, Rebel Lounge. Just asking you, be safe, please be safe. I want to be able to see when I do make it out to live shows again. And be sure just to wear a mask, even if you got both shots, and also, just wash hands when you can and hand sanitize otherwise. Just be safe with that. That's all I'm really hoping for. So throw that out there right at the top. Of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, please be sure to like and subscribe, assuming you like it and you want to see more of this content. If you subscribe, you also get notifications when this and other content I post to YouTube goes live. So really cool there. Plus, as those numbers go up, YouTube will one day grant me access to stuff like ad revenue and that kind of stuff. So that helps me there. And because I don't make any of that, you can always support by going to patreon.com/everyshowjoe. That'll help me. You can even do just $1 a month, and that helps me out too. If you can't, no worries either. Other ways to support is actually if you go to everyshowjoe.com. First off, if you go there, check out some of the cool photos. And I actually shared the link from the Punk Rock Saves Lives PMA session there, so you can go check that out if you missed it or want to rewatch it. That's linked there to their YouTube. Plus, be sure to just go support Punk Rock Saves Lives in general. See some of the cool stuff they're doing. But also, while you are over on everyshowjoe.com, be sure to click the store link because I have shirts. You can buy an Every Show Joe shirt there and support me that way. So throw that all out there for you. And other housekeeping, of course, go to twitch.tv/everyshowjoe. I'm streaming about 2 to 3 times a week, so you can watch me play video games, come hang, chat, that kind of stuff. So really cool stuff. I'll post it to my Twitter and my Instagram stories when I'm going live, so you can keep an eye on there. But yeah, throw that all out there for you if you want to support. And of course, as always, fuck racism, Black Lives Matter, Black Trans Lives Matter, fucking stop Asian hate, like all of this. Pacific Islander, Asian American, like all that. What the fuck? First off, yeah. It does. There should be no reason people are judging people based just on their ethnicity or their skin color, or it should be a level playing ground. It should be fair, and it's not. So definitely stand with Black Lives Matter. And if you're looking to support them, of course, there's ways to support by, if you want to go out and support them in the protests and that kind of stuff, you go find information on that. Or if you just want to donate, blmphxmetro.org. That's our Phoenix Black Lives Matter that you can go support. Also, if you go to stopaapihate.org, there we go, /act now, that is Asian American and Pacific Islander. You can go support, and they have ways to be proactive about it, and you can also donate to them and support them, that kind of stuff. Also throw it in here because our indigenous people also deserve respect and shouldn't be any of this shit. But you can support them also because they've been some of the hardest hit on the reservations with COVID-19, so they can use our support in that way too. If you go to firstnations.org and go donate, they distribute it to the tribes across the country, so that's another cool thing you can do. Also throw in here, Trans Lives Matter. People shouldn't be judged by their gender or their sexuality or any of that. Like, in general, we just should be on a level playing field. So throw that all in here. So all really good things to go support. Just let's say there. Of course, speaking of supporting, it is, well, you're here for music, and you're like, well, how can I support my favorite bands? They're probably still kind of struggling right now. And yeah, probably. Tours are somewhat coming back. But if you want to support them the most easiest, simplest way, Go buy their merch, go buy their shirts, go buy their music. Like, it's a Bandcamp day. Throw out there some local ones, like Wormfur put out their first EP I saw today and also purchased. We got Old Fashioned Assassin with their awesome album out today. TV Tragedy, you can go get or pre-order on their new upcoming album. Like, there's some local support just right there. And then some other really cool stuff. Just go surf Bandcamp, or maybe there was some artists you were thinking of that you were like, man, like Sincere Engineer. There's another one. Go check out her music. It's really good. But yeah, you can go support them. Bandcamp waives all fees, so they get all the money that you're paying right now. So, but yeah, just in general, go to the merch stores, buy the shirts, buy the merch. That's the simplest, easiest way to go support your favorite bands and artists. Of course, there's also, our venues are still in need. There is Save Our Stages in NEVA, the National Independent Venue Association. You can go over to there. I think SaveOurStages.com, so will also redirect you to NEVA's website. And you can go donate to their indie emergency fund that they will distribute to indie venues around the country that can use your help. While they did finally open up the grants, it's been apparently a very slow rollout. Like, no one's really seeing money coming up from it yet, and approval of their applications. So they can still definitely use your support. So if you want, you can go donate there, or just donate directly to the venue. Some of them still have GoFundMes out there if you go look for them, like Rhythm Room, and I think Pub Rock still has theirs, and you go check those stuff. And that's another way you can go support. Of course, there's multiple avenues. I always throw out here, there are compilations out there for a couple of our local ones, for both the Trunk Space and Yucca Taproom, which if you go to bandcamp.com/the Trunk Space, well, that will work probably. But if you go to thetrunkSpace.bandcamp.com, there we go, and yuccataproom.bandcamp.com, you can go check out their awesome compilations, really good music, really cool stuff, national artists and local artists supporting the venues, really cool stuff. And like I said, no fees. Plus, there's also, speaking with our stomachs, right? We all like to eat, we all like food and some drink, right? Well, there's a couple ways you can support. We got Rebel Lounge. They are now also the Reap and Sow coffee bar. So you can go there in the morning, get coffee, get your caffeine fix on. And actually, I saw they're doing like burritos now too. But so yeah, food too. And on top, they also still do like get your alcohol on too in the evening. And they run specials. So go check out their social media for the specials they're running. Crescent Ballroom, they're still doing food, patio dining, delivery and takeout. You can go over there Wednesdays through Saturdays, starting at 5:30 p.m. You can go there, order some food, get some stuff, and it's till 8:30 on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and 10 o'clock on Fridays and Saturdays. So really cool. Speaking of good burritos, there's some good burritos there, and tacos, and not just food in general. But speaking of good tacos, there's also Yucca Taproom. But yeah, so they have some really good tacos, some good bows, and there's some really good food over Yucca. Plus, you can get a growler and get like some of the awesome stuff they have on the craft side of the venue. Get them to fill it in that growler, take it home for takeout, or dine in with mask, that kind of stuff. So really cool stuff and ways to just support these venues even more ways. So just throwing that stuff out there. A couple other things. Of course, always mention the Crew Nation Global Relief Fund. That's for crew that have made it into the application process and are accepting donations and money. Those are the people that do assemble these stages, and they do the load-ins and load-outs for some big and small shows. So they can use your support while there isn't as many shows happening. And of course, the Music Cares Coronavirus Relief Fund, that one's set up by the Grammy Foundation. That's for musicians. So you might actually, if you are a musician, still might be able to email them and see if you might be able to qualify. And they take donations and distribute accordingly to everyone that has qualified in there. So those are other ways you can go support your favorite musicians and people that could use it right now. Of course, you're also here for streams. You're like, well, what else can I do for the next week that involves music? Am I going to draw this out? Maybe. But yeah, starting tonight, and also all times are Arizona time, which is Mountain Standard Time, which is also even with Pacific Daylight Time, because most places do daylight savings, but we don't. So it's confusing. Well, it's not confusing for us that live here, but all right. Anyways, moving on though. Tonight, Friday, we've got MXPX doing another Between the World and the Next on their website, mxpx.com, starting at 6:30 p.m. You can go tune in and watch them. Those streams, they did a free one, 2 weeks ago? Really good, really good. Like, and everyone needs a little pop punk in their life, right? So there's that cool stuff. Will Wright, you might know him as Jared from Jared in the Mill. He does his live streams over on twitch.tv/WheelWrightMusic starting at 6 p.m. Plus Scott Kloppenstein, once of Real Big Fish, and his Littlest Man Band. I think I got this I think I got it. But yeah, he does solo stuff, covers, and original stuff over on his Twitch. You can go in there and even request stuff starting at 9 p.m. Really good way to start out your weekend by watching Scott, too. And then we roll right into Saturday, and it's a lighter Saturday. We've got the usual Kepi show with Kepi Ghoulie over on his Facebook starting at 9 a.m. Plus, he streams, I think it's almost daily. I was looking over and watching some of it. Well, he puts up video content and songs all the time, and it's definitely check out Kepi Ghoulie. Let's just throw that out there. But yeah, 9 a.m. you can wake up and also just watch him live stream too. There's also another Inside the Bird Bath with Dean Hutchinson, Cherry B, and the Metatrons. There we go. I got it. Over on that Facebook group Inside the Bird Bath, so you can go tune in at 11:30 a.m. our time. Really good stuff. But yeah, light. And then Sunday we roll into Scott Klopfenstein over on his Twitch. Usually most Sundays 2 p.m. We got Buy Me Bambi on theirs 4 p.m. And I think we've got a Carter Drive Sessions return once again. So tune in for that over on their Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. And catch whoever their guest might be at 7 p.m. Then Monday, we've got A Case of the Mondays. Sydney Sprague, always streaming there. Also taking requests if you're wanting to see if she knows a song. Challenge that amazing voice of hers. 6 p.m. over on twitch.tv/SidSpurgs. We also got AJJ always streaming, or generally always streaming, on their Instagram. Around 7:30, it's always Sean and then sometimes others. But really cool stuff. You can go catch AJJ. Tuesday, this is where Scott Klopfenstein moved his Monday stream. So Scott Klopfenstein normally used to be Mondays. Now Tuesdays, 9 p.m. You go tune in and watch him stream one of his 3 streams of the week. Also, we'll see if Devin's going to be doing anything. But Devin K Twitches usually on Tuesdays, and that would be at 7 p.m. our time. You might know him from Direct Hit. You know, it's a big man. You know, and also Devin K Solutions, which is even bigger. I think that's right. But yeah, really cool stuff. He usually has guests. Sometimes plays on his own, and still just a lot of fun to just hang out. Also, speaking of stomachs, once again, you got Cooking with Snailmate on Tuesday. So you go to their twitch.tv/Snailmate, 6 p.m. You can go watch them cook something, see how they did it. So while your tummy is rumbling, you can go make it right after or with them and see how it works out. Plus, Buy Me Bambi does their talk show about, well, kind of anything over on twitch.tv/BuyMeBambi, 7 p.m. So you can go tune in. You can bounce around all these streams. Just have fun. Tuesday's pretty busy for you of just regulars. And then Wednesday, we got Snailmate. They alternate their types of streams over on their Twitch. And Wheelwright doing another stream, 6 p.m. There you can tune in and have some fun. Then Thursdays, we got Chris Murray doing his Blue Beat live stream over on his Facebook starting at 5 p.m. Also, this is the return of the Fest at Home, if I recall Tony speaking correctly, from the last time they had a live stream week and a half ago of this recording. But yeah, if you go to twitch.tv/Fest at Home, starting at 4 p.m. our time, you can go catch whoever they have on as guests, and they're really good. I mean, they put on the Fest, so you know it's got to be good, right? I found some really awesome artists there, too, that I had never seen before over the last year, so I always recommend it. And Thursdays are the other night that if Devin K is streaming on Twitch. There we go. You can go watch that over at Devin K Twitches on Twitch, 7 p.m. And then Snailmate, this is the one that Bentley paints faces, usually his, but sometimes Kaylin's. Over on twitch.tv/Snailmate, 6 p.m. There we go. They adjusted because of a whole confusing time zone thing. And then, yeah, Friday is just a normal Friday. I haven't found anything special. We got Wheelwright over on his Twitch at 6 p.m. and Scott Klopfenstein over on his at 9. So, quieter week, but still some fun stuff. Also, of course, doesn't mean this is all the streams there are. It's still decentralized, and there's still artists that are doing a bunch of stuff. So, be sure, just to, if you're thinking, man, they haven't streamed in a while. Or maybe you're just like, man, I really could go for some, I don't know, Pennywise? I don't know. Something. They will be promoting their stream. Go check out their social media, and you'll see if they're promoting anything coming up. And otherwise, sometimes there's kind of random live streams. They just feel like playing some music on stream. If you just like, what I always recommend every week, just open up Instagram. Scroll to the top. Usually with your stories, it'll tell you if any of them are live, and you can just pop in. Sometimes they're just chatting. Sometimes they're playing music. Both are a lot of fun. Especially when you're like, I get to talk to some of my favorite musicians. Yes. Hopefully it doesn't look too crazy on. But yeah, so that's other things advised. Facebook surfaces, you go to their video section, anyone that you're following, YouTube, TikTok, they all show it at the top if you can. But yeah, there's some really cool stuff. Like I said, AJJ is streaming regularly. Chris Fox. We've got Adam Blaylock. We've got Playboy Mamby. Oh, Playboy Mamby, social media just in general. Can't recommend it enough. There's so much stuff and so much good stuff. Definitely check it out. We got Brian Mogul also still continuing to do stuff. And yeah, various artists. Kevin Seconds just had a Bandcamp stream, which that's the other thing. Bandcamp's doing more live streams. So really cool stuff. But yeah, hopefully you guys are still staying safe. Like I said at the top, be sure to still wear a mask. Wash your hands when you can. Hand sanitize otherwise. Whoops. And yeah, just be safe. Hopefully I'll see you in the chat rooms for these. And if not, and you're going out, just be safe about it. Until next week, take care, guys.